British star Hayley Atwell makes an appearance in Paddington in Peru, but the nature of her role makes her casting really strange. The third Paddington movie brings back Paddington and the Brown family for another adventure, and in addition to recasting Sally Hawkins' Mrs. Brown, there are several other new, high-profile additions to the cast. Olivia Colman and Antonio Banderas are among the biggest new pieces for Paddington in Peru's cast thanks to their characters' importance to the plot. However, viewers are also treated to an appearance by Hayley Atwell, even if it doesn't last long. The idea of Hayley Atwell appearing in the Paddington franchise makes perfect sense on paper. The movies are typically set in the UK and feature many British and European stars. With roles in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Mission Impossible franchise, and more, Atwell is a no-brainer addition to the series. She's got the British background and star power to be a great presence in these movies. I'm always happy to see her pop up in a project, even when it's something as small as a Paddington in Peru cameo, but one aspect of her role really surprised me. Hayley Atwell plays an American in Paddington in Peru, complete with an American accent. She's an American boss working in Britain. Grace, Hayley Atwell, lying chest first on the ground in a blizzard in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Image via Paramount Pictures. I knew that Hayley Atwell was going to be in Paddington in Peru before seeing the movie, so my curiosity went to how she factored into the story. She only has 2 scenes in the film as she plays Mr. Brown's new boss. Since the majority of the movie takes place in Peru this time, there is no opportunity for her to play a larger role. The size of her appearance is not what caught me off guard. Atwell is no stranger to cameo roles thanks to the MCU and her many appearances as Peggy Carter. The oddity with Hayley Atwell's Paddington in Peru role is that her character is an American. This includes Atwell doing an American accent. While the accent is not bad, it is still unexpected that the actress's natural British accent is not heard when she speaks. Atwell has a very recognizable voice and rarely does accents. She hasn't used an American accent since 2017 in her short-lived ABC series Conviction. And since she's in a significant British franchise, I had no reason to think her everyday accent would not be heard. That's why the American accent was so surprising. There's no reason Hayley Atwell's character needed to be American in Paddington in Peru. The character could have worked as a Brit. The Brown family at the door in Paddington in Peru. Making matters even stranger, Paddington in Peru does not fully justify the reason for Hayley Atwell's character being an American. The boss character could have worked just as well if she was from the UK. It would be understandable to have an American boss if the film cast an American star. Casting Atwell means the script could have very easily changed to have this character be a UK native. This would have then eliminated the need for Atwell to do the accent. The only plausible explanation for Hayley Atwell's character being an American is for Paddington in Peru to make some commentary on corporate America. She's meant to push Mr. Brown to be more accepting of some risks in life and work. While that does help define some of Mr. Brown's actions during the movie, the same sentiment could have come across with a British boss. It's a small detail that doesn't affect the grand scheme of Paddington in Peru. The Paddington franchise's British ties make Hayley Atwell's American character strange. She's now a rare American character in the series. The UK is a huge part of the Paddington franchise's DNA. The first 2 movies are entirely set there and the franchise has made sure to bring aboard several British stars through each film. Sally Hawkins, Hugh Grant, Emily Mortimer, and Olivia Colman are but a few of the British stars who have been in the series. Atwell now joins their ranks, but her role is noticeably different thanks to the American character. She is now responsible for playing one of the only American characters in the Paddington movies. Don't get me wrong, I'm still happy that Atwell had a role in Paddington in Peru at all. But it will never make sense why this character had to be American or why the franchise cast her to be Madison. The only hope now is that Paddington 4 somehow manages to incorporate her further. But with the American nature of her role already established, Hayley Atwell's real-life accent will remain absent after Paddington in Peru.